So I just left the restaurant after waiting 30 minutes for a date to show up, and apparently I got stood up. I don't know what to say. Like, I'm trying to do everything right to be a gentleman. I brought flowers. I've been consistent talking with this girl for 2 weeks, trying to get to know what she likes, what she doesn't like. I made plans. I picked the restaurant, the day, and the time. You know, I've done everything to be just the kind of guy that would value somebody's time. Like, I'm just looking for my person. I'm just looking for the one that, I guess, is out there for me. I mean, I want to be somebody's husband someday, father. I'm trying to do everything that's right, and I just get stood up.
It's tough, but she actually did him a favor by not showing up, because she very easily could have used those dates to get her food paid for. But here's more on this story.
I'm sorry you went through that, brother. You seem like a good dude. Unfortunately, stuff like this happens because we have a lot of people in the world, and you did nothing wrong. You did everything right. Don't ever question that. I never understood when people do online dating, that's the easiest place for you to tell somebody, hey, it just ain't working out, or just swipe. However it works with the online dating, I don't know. I don't do it. Why lead someone on just to ghost them? Wouldn't it just be easier to pass them up or tell them you're just not my type? At the end of the day, just be kind.
What do you hear? Yanny or Laurel?
Laurel. Laurel. Laurel.
Yanny.
Yanny. Okay, I hear Laurel.
Laurel?
Yeah.
You hear Laurel?
Yeah.
Are your ears working?
I don't hear Yanny either, but let's move on. Now watch this one till the end.
Answer my calls.
I will call you later. I can't talk now. I just needed to tell you something before I leave.
Before you leave?
Just listen to me, Maddie.
What's going on? Where are you going?
There's something very important I need to do, and I wanted you to know something before I go.
Answer my call!
Stop calling me and just listen.
Okay, fine. Just don't break up with me. At least not over text.
I've been keeping a secret from you for a long time now, and I've wanted to tell you many times.
What?
It has taken its toll on me. The closer you get to me, the harder it is for me to keep this secret from you.
Okay, so tell me, what is it? Stop stalling.
I'm Batman. I'm sorry you had to find out like this. This city needs me.
Once had a client that was given a prenup she didn't want to sign. She was in law school at the time, marrying an entrepreneur who had family money. Prenup waived community properties, so no joint debts or assets during the marriage. 8 years later, they divorced. Turned out he made a lot of bad investments, took out personal loans in his name, which would have otherwise been community debt had she not signed the prenup, and filed for bankruptcy. Meanwhile, she was a law firm partner making $500,000 a year. Because of the prenup, she didn't have to take on half his debt or pay him alimony, and she kept all her earnings separate. She sent me a thank you note after her divorce.
The prenup is a protective measure for the business contract side of marriage, and this is an example of how it can actually benefit the wife, which is pretty interesting. This next one might cause a bit of confusion.
I want peace in my relationships. If he says I want a drama-free relationship, if he says I just want things to be easy, run for the hills. Run for the hills immediately in that moment. Just turn around and walk away. Because what he's actually saying to you is that he has no emotional capacity. He has no conflict resolution skills. He does not know how to hold space. And when you present your emotions to him, and especially if he in some way contributed to those emotions, he will gaslight you.
Just because a man says that he wants peace within his relationship does not mean that he doesn't have emotional capacity. Because that man just doesn't want to have to utilize his emotional capacity all of the time.
It's cheap for $1,000.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, $1,000. That's a lot of money. Like $1,000 is a lot. Think about it.
That is a lot of money.
I know.
I could spend that money. I'd honestly have to go shopping.
Yeah, shopping's free for $1,000.
It's cheap for $100.
Absolutely not. I probably will. It's $100. Do you know how many hours that is for working? Like, I would so do it. Not enough.
That's like 8 hours.
Yeah, like come on, like that's really worth it for my minimum wage job. You could just pick up an extra shift. Nope, I'm lazy. Sorry, it's worth it. I don't know what else to say.
Oh, really?
I don't think so. Why not? It would be good.
Not really, as investing into a husband will likely provide higher dividends than the $100 or even $1,000. Plus, it's not even a lot of money too. Now, just no words for this next one.
Poarch is worth $12 million, but now in one move, she's going to lose half of her money. How this happened was Bella revealed she was secretly married to her boyfriend Tyler for the last 3 years. She caused many rumors online saying she got married secretly just to get American citizenship. That's because Bella was born in the Philippines and only moved to the United States when she was 13 years old, so citizenship was in question for some people. That complaint is completely false, where she was given citizenship when her parents adopted her and even served in the US military. Marriage was instead something she just did by her own choice when she was 21, but now it's going to cost her big because she doesn't have a prenup. Bella does live in the state of California, where the policy is a 50-50 divorce on all assets and income that came after they were married. It is not a policy that works for Bella because she got married in 2019 before she was famous, meaning she'll have to give up half her assets in the divorce. Which means her husband Tyler, who the public knows very little about, should be able to get $6 million as a divorce as well as something much more valuable. And that's that he could get half of her TikTok and social media if these are determined as business assets. He'll also likely get alimony, which is something 400,000 Americans receive, but only 3% of them are men. Big lesson is get a prenup, and with that, I'm Charles Perala. I hope you learned something.
Now that was just a super rare occurrence. Plus her success occurred during her marriage, which actually helps his argument. Here's some more on this story.
Imagine this frickin' roller coaster that this dude is on. His wife, because they got married at 21, so they're husband and wife technically. His wife just gets astronomically famous on TikTok and all other social media just from lip syncing videos and doing weird faces like that. Then she gets into the music industry and then cheats on him with Tyga multiple times. So that's all devastating. And then, you know, she wants a divorce and everything, but she didn't sign a prenup, and state law in California is 50-50 if there's no prenup. So this dude went from a normal marriage to his girlfriend being like an internet superstar to her cheating on him, and then now he's got like $6 million that he could get in the bank. A win is a win.
Should've just tried to keep her husband, but it seems like the pressures of money and fame just got the best of her. Next we have Lady J just not really having to utter any words.
So what do you guys prefer in a guy?
Really rich, at least 6'5".
6'5"?
Yeah. Just lots of money, really. Yeah.
Like a yacht and stuff?
Yeah. That kind of thing. Can buy me fancy things, take me on trips, pay my rent.
Yeah. Dating now is just, you're talking, there's situationships, there's a bunch of different names. No one told me any of this before I dove back in. I have not been single since 2014. So it's a long time, guys. Like, they can't be verbal and tell you things they want. They just disappear like a ghost. Like, don't come back. No, thank you. No, thank you. And I can't keep up. Like, if someone could let me know what's appropriate and what's not, because I am failing horribly and I just don't know what to do anymore. It's like, if you're too honest, they don't like it. But if you don't talk that much, they don't like it. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Someone tell me, drop in my DMs and tell me what I'm doing wrong. That would be helpful. Because, yeah.
These definitely sound like familiar issues to us, but in her case, it's likely the ones that she's actually attracted to. Those guys that have plenty of options and are much more selective. This next bro just tried his best.
I've lived alone for probably 4 years now. I work on my own. I haven't had a relationship for like 2 years. And I really miss... I got hurt so bad by my last relationship. It's taken a real good 2 years for me just to heal up and just to get through it. And I've learned so many lessons. Loneliness is a real problem. I'm really lonely some days. I see like a lot of aspirational stuff when it comes to relationships and people posting their weddings and proposals and the most grandeur, you know, things of romance, petals everywhere, petals and flowers and gifts and diamonds and rings. And I'm just sat here and I'm just like, why does nobody want me? Why am I not in a relationship?
Gotta remember that too often those relationships that appear so happy on social media are actually the opposite. And there doesn't really seem to be much accountability in this one. Hope you enjoyed these clips today, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one.